Hello students, welcome to the class of microwave engineering. Today we will be discussing reflex klystron. A reflex klystron is a single cavity microwave oscillator of linear beam tube type. Now it's a low power generator. It's a single cavity. It's a single cavity microwave oscillator of linear beam tube type. 10 to 500 milliwatt, 1 to 25 gigahertz, and efficiency is 20 to 30%. So see, this is the cathode, this is the anode, and cathode is negatively charged. So electrons will come out and go like this, and there is a single resonant cavity. So electrons coming over here will cross the resonant cavity, but will be repelled by the repeller. The action of the repeller is important because this is repelling the electrons as this is negatively charged. So what will happen to the electrons, that after crossing the grid, it will go and come back again to the resonant cavity. Now see, if we apply some DC voltage to the resonant cavity, there will be some noise. Let the frequency of the noise, we are not applying an AC signal like two cavity resonator, but this is a DC voltage applied to the resonant cavity and there will be some noise. Let us suppose the noise is given by Vs equal to V1 sin omega t. Now if it happens to be the case that the returned electron in coming in phase with this particular frequency, then this frequency will be amplified. That is the idea of oscillation in reflex klystron. So see, T0 is the time when the electron is at the left plane of the grid. This is the grid perforated electrode, and T1 is the time when it crosses the grid. So this distance is d, and then again it goes to the repeller. Unable to reach the repeller because of the repulsion of the negative potential, it comes back and collapses on the resonant cavity. So T2 is from T1 to L distance towards the repeller and back to the grid. That is your T2. Now when it comes back on the resonant cavity, if it happens to be in phase with the initial oscillation that it has experienced while crossing the grid, is known as, and a resonance will happen and this particular frequency will be amplified. So see, the electron beam injected from the cathode will be modulated by the cavity voltage, gap voltage. So this modulation voltage is coming from an RF noise from the DC voltage that we have applied to the resonant cavity. The electron passes through the cavity gap, experiences RF noise, and this velocity gets modulated. So if this is the RF voltage, in the positive cycle electrons will be accelerated, in the zero crossing it will be no change of velocity will be there, in the negative cycle there will be deceleration. So some electron will have more kinetic energy, some electron less kinetic energy, and some electron will be unchanged in original kinetic energy with which they approach the grid. So all these velocity modulated electrons will be repelled back to the cavity. Because the repeller is repelling them due to its negative voltage. So suppose they travel up to distance L, then come back and collapse on the cavity. So there is an Applegate diagram. Let us try to understand the Applegate diagram and the bunching procedure. Thus the velocity modulated electrons are bunched together and lose their kinetic energy to the cavity. So what is happening? See, this is the RF voltage, and this is the positive cycle. This is your negative cycle. So this is the positively. This is the electron which passes through the grid when the RF signal is positive. So this is accelerated. So it will go more distance. This is the distance along the repeller space. So it will go more distance as it is higher and come to the next positive peak. So this particular phase and this particular phase in phase unison, or as the cavity it collapses on the cavity when RF signal is positive. So what will happen, that there will be a resonance in the cavity. There will be resonance in the, so it goes like this and comes back, and the electron comes to the cavity when it is positively charged. So electron will give all its energy to the cavity. So the cavity will gain that kinetic energy of the electrons, or and it will resonate. B is the point where the zero crossing is happened, so it will move lesser distance. So some electron will go like this and collapse, some electron will go, the unchanged velocity will go like this and collapse, and the lesser velocity will go like this and collapse. So there will be a bunching. Now see, the slow velocity electron will go like this and bunch at this particular mode. Now this is called a 3/4 mode, and the next mode is 1 and 3/4 mode. Now why it is called a 3/4 mode? Because see, this phase is 3/4 of 2 pi. Now the phase is being calculated from the point of the reference electron. This is very important. So T0 is equal to T0 equal to 3/4 of T0 is equal to 3/4 of capital T. That's why it is called a 3/4 mode. The next will be 1 and 3/4 mode. In that case, this positively charged electron, this increased velocity electron will travel and collapse with the next positive peak. Then again another resonance will happen. So the modes will be 3/4, the fundamental mode with the highest kinetic energy. So the power with the fundamental mode will be maximum, then will be 1/3/4 mode, then will be 2/3/4 mode, etc., etc. But the most prominent mode will be the fundamental mode, that is the 3/4 mode. So what is the relation? That is T0 is equal to n plus 3/4 into T, that is equal to capital NT, where capital is equal to n plus 3/4, where the fundamental mode for the fundamental mode small n will be 0, and it will be having maximum energy. Hope things have been clear. Things are clear to you, and thanks for your kind listening. Bye.